Hi, so I want to do my thoughts on Andrew Tate. Is he an alpha male? Is he not an alpha male? What is an alpha male? What do women want? Etc. etc. So, I like Andrew Tate. I think he's cool. I think he has a lot of good things to say. But I don't think, he's attractive as he thinks he is to women. And I don't know if everybody, but at least I think I have an eye that I can see a guy and kind of feel or know if he's attractive to women or not. And if I'm right or wrong, who gives a fuck? But the way I see it is like, women are not attracted to like this James Bond badass, fuck everybody, kind of like attitude like Tate has. Like, it is more attractive that like Tate is more attractive than the normal beta, but it's still not kind of like the pinnacle of attraction. And when I see him, like, he has like videos where he's like with other women, I can see the female's body language are not attracted to him. And one thing about females, and I've always said this, and I think this is absolutely true, females cannot hide their attraction. They cannot hide their attraction to somebody. Like, if they're attracted to somebody, like their body language, if you know how to look for it, like you will see it. Like, we can hide it more than them. So when I see Tate and I see like a group of girls, I can see like that they're not attracted to him, and I know why. Well, I don't know if I can verbalize it as well as I would like to, but I can see kind of what they see, or I think I do. And because he's kind of like wants to be like this alpha male. It's kind of like, how can I explain this? But let me explain what I think a real alpha male is. Like, let's say not an alpha male also has this negative connotation, but let's just say like the Giga Chad, the most attractive version of a man. What is it? Is it somebody that acts like Andrew Tate? No. For me, when I think of like the most attractive man that I've met, or that and I'm not gay, but I'm saying, like, you meet somebody and you're like, fuck, this guy is the real fucking deal. This guy is the real alpha. This guy is like the highest version of a man that, the typical guy that women want. When I think of that guy, I think of a guy I met when I was living in Ecuador. His name was Wenceslao. He was a professional soccer player. And for me, that is the true alpha male. Because, okay, what was he like? He was basically super fucking nice guy, really humble, not like self-deprecating humble, but like he wasn't like arrogant. He wasn't, how do you say, pompous, and he wasn't talking shit about anything. He wasn't like criticizing shit. It was just like super fucking nice guy. You could tell like he was higher value than you, but he didn't make you feel worse than him. You just felt amazing talking to him. Instant loyalty to him. He's like instantly a leader. Like, you instantly, would follow him. You would instantly love him, and you have total respect for him. And just like smiling, positive, kind of like really enjoying the moment, really like easy socially, like perfectly, perfectly fit socially, but at the same time has that vibe that he is the kind of the greatest version of a man. Because I don't like the fucking word alpha, but like I guess Giga Chad would be like the closest thing. Giga Chad is the super fucking strong guy. I don't know what's. And then there's like the Sigma male, but the Sigma male is kind of like the lone wolf. So this is not that. But the highest version, like, I know like this guy can get any fucking girl he wants. Like, he is the highest version of a man. And Andrew Tate is not that. He's below that. you know, he's talking talking a lot of shit, criticizing women, criticizing this, criticizing that. You know, he's not like joking like this guy that I'm talking about. It's like joking, laughing, happy, positive, carefree, enjoying life. Like, and that's for me is kind of like the highest version. Andrew Tate is like always criticizing, always talking shit, serious, always serious. He's a nerd to me. He's like a cool fucking nerd. Kind of like maybe what I think of myself. Like I'm not naturally a fucking like this guy, you know. I'm kind of like working towards that. This guy was that, was always that, will always be that. People like Andrew Tate, like myself and many others, we kind of try to go in that direction, but and I think that when we go in that direction, these are the kind of mistakes that we make. It's like you think that being an asshole is kind of like an alpha male trait, but if you think about it, like at least in my school, in my high school, like when we were younger, when we were like really fucking young, like 5 to 10 years old, the most, you know, the most popular guy was the fucking asshole, you know. But as the time went on, at the end of like, let's say high school for me, in my high school, we were like I had 180 people in my generation. The most popular people in my generation, you could say the popular, were the ones that were same characteristics as this guy that I just mentioned, Wenceslao. Enjoying life, fucking humble, makes you feel good talking to them, is not arrogant. They were basically the best people, you know. They were like the best all around people. They didn't have like character defects. They were positive, they were fun, they were smart, you know, relatively smart. They were easygoing, they were liked by everybody. They were naturally like leaders, funny, blah blah. Like they had all these positive characteristics. Those were the people that were the highest value, were the most popular when I was in, you know, in high school. And the but Andrew Tate, I think, is kind of like wasn't always that, you know. He wasn't that level, and it's okay. But I'm just saying that when I see him with girls, I can see that like there's no attraction to him, and women don't like that, you know. They don't like the arrogant. They want to have a fucking good time, you know. They wanna laugh, they wanna have a good time, they wanna feel good, you know. They wanna feel relaxed. They don't wanna be all serious. They don't wanna be like debating. Like that's the thing. Like Andrew Tate, I feel, is like always like debating, like arguing. Like the high value guys are not in that level, in that vibe. They're in the enjoying of life and this that. So that's what I see Andrew Tate like. That's what my criticism toward him. You know, I don't think he is like who he thinks he is, as this like ultimate man. You know, he is fucking awesome. You know, I'm not gonna fucking say that he's like a fucking loser or some worthless piece of shit. No, I like the guy, but I don't think that is the highest version of a man. And I'm not saying I'm there either, but I'm striving to be like my friend Wenceslao. I'm striving to be like that, not like an arrogant, debating, always native. I'm already like that, you know. And that's kind of like one of the mistakes that I've done is like I'm trying to, like when I go out with these girls or whatever, like very easily I can get into debating this, that, politics. That's lower. That's beta shit. That's lower shit. You know. That's not. And they feel it. Like the girl basically can tell how awesome you are in regards to how good they feel when they're with you, how good a time they had, how comfortable they felt, you know, the status that you elevated to her. Because if you're like a fucking clown and you're making her laugh a lot, but you have like a low self-esteem, or like what can I say, I don't know, but if you make her feel like you're some type of funny loser, you kind of bring her down to your level. But if you can still be funny, but you can be funny in a way that is like you're holding yourself up to a higher standard. You're kind of how do you say, you're carrying yourself in a higher frequency that elevates her, so she's gonna feel attracted to you because she looks at you higher, you know. She looks at you like, when I'm with this guy, I feel better all around, not just like I'm laughing. I feel better than I'm with somebody of high value, than I'm with somebody that respects himself, that carries himself highly. So those are the things, you know, that I think of. And I see like Andrew Tate's videos, and they're like, oh, we're the shit with it. That's not a true alpha. You know, that's what I mean. Like, that's a beta, or I like to call them alpha betas, because they're not true betas and they're not true alphas. They're alpha beta. I cannot consider myself an alpha beta, because I'm not a fucking loser, but I'm not also like this alpha. So kind of like in the middle. I don't like these words that there's like I said, alpha is, for me, is I don't know, I wish it was like something higher than an alpha, but it's not a sigma, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, those are my thoughts on Tate. Like, the interesting thing is that you can, like, women are such a fascinating creature, because like we still don't fucking understand them after all these millennia, and people as smart as like Andrew Tate and many other people still fucking have a hard time like understanding what women want. And not that I say that I know, but because I'm not like a fucking guru or a seduction master, but you know, I think about I do kind of after all this time and studying and all this, and I kind of think I have a good, not a good, but a decent perspective from the woman's eyes. And but at the end of the day, they're human beings, you know. It's like when I see Andrew Tate and I see him like I'm surrounded with girls, to him they're just like things he wants to fuck, right? And women feel that, and that's lower value. Like, if you treat a woman like just a sex object, she perceives that you make her feel less, and that's not what a real alpha would do. You know, a real alpha, even if she wants to fuck you, that's all she wants from you, he's still gonna make you feel better about yourself than what you feel about yourself, you know? Because we can perceive what people think about us. So if you're like this arrogant, like, oh, women are trash, women are this, women are that, the woman feels that. They're like, okay, this guy thinks lesser of me than I think of myself. It brings me down. So that's low value. That's not a fucking alpha or a real man, you know. And for example, my friend Wenceslao, the true alpha that I always think of in my mind, he brings you up. You know what I mean? Like, you might feel like, I remember when I met him, I felt like I was actually a fucking vagabond when I met him, like literally sleeping on the beach, no money. But I was like, I didn't look like a vagabond, so when I met him, he didn't know that. But I remember like I was not feeling too good about myself, you know. And but I was, you know, okay, I wasn't like depressed, but I wasn't with the highest self-esteem ever. But I was like, let's just say 7 out of 10. And he treated me like 10 out of 10. And not only me, everybody. That is the true alpha. You know what I mean? That you feel like, holy shit, this guy thinks better about me than I think about me. So that's the thing, you know, negativity is lower value. I try to keep that in mind, because I am a fucking beta trying to not become an alpha. I don't give a fuck about that, but trying to become a better man, you know, trying to be a better person, and trying to basically what it is, like people like my friend Wenceslao, they're just devoid of all this negative shit that we all other people have. That's like what the true man, or where we should try to aspire, is somebody that does not have any of those negative things. So what are those negative things? Criticism, negativity, thinking lesser of other people. And I'm trying to train myself, because I have that bad habit of, because I've been depressed, I've been fucking loser, and then when you're like a fucking loser before, you overcompensate, and that's when this negative overcompensation comes from. That's what I see with Andrew Tate. You're overcompensating your perceived weaknesses. My friend Wenceslao, there's no overcompensation. There's nothing. When you see Andrew Tate, you see like this persona overcompensating something. But those overcompensations, most of the time, are negative. And that's when, like, and I noticed this a lot when my high school, like, there was a lot of like kids in my generation that were losers in my high school, and then went to other universities, whatever. And then when I saw them again, they were like super fucking mean. But mean, like in mean, and I could see it right through it. It's like they were a fucking loser. They resented that. They went somewhere else, because I think I've done this as well. That's why I could see it. But they were a fucking loser. They went somewhere else, and they tried to do or compensate, or maybe felt like they weren't a loser there. Their ego fucking shot to the sky, and now they have like this arrogant, like, because they think that's what that being like that is, and it's not. It's not. So that's kind of what I see with Andrew Tate. I don't think he like when he talks about women, he talks a lot about like money and status and this and that, and I agree 100% with that, but that does not create attraction. And not that I'm an expert at that, but like, yes, if you have money, and if you have the looks, if you have the status, that is going to create attraction initially. The same way that if a hot girl walks by and she has like fucking hot body, beautiful, that creates attraction initially. But once this girl gets to know you, like let's say you're fucking Jeff Bezos, right? You got all the fucking status, you got all the fucking money in the world. If a girl sees you, she feels attracted to you because you're like this famous guy. For them, that's the same thing as seeing a girl with a hot body. They're like, oh, this guy is famous, like this guy has a higher value, higher social status, whatever. They initially feel attraction towards you. But let's say this girl, kind of like the same with us. Like if you're in a restaurant and you see this, or a bar or whatever, you see like this fucking hot girl, you feel attraction, right? You meet her, and then let's say you fuck her, you're in a relationship with her. After some time, like the hotness is gonna fade off, and what's gonna be left is the person. Are you attracted to her as a person, right? Same thing I think with a woman. Like you're gonna be attracted by your status, your money, your looks, right? But after that wears off, what's left is you. And do they respect you? Do they admire you? Do they still feel attracted to you? And that is depending not on those things. So Andrew Tate talks a lot about like, oh, you want to get the fucking hottest chicks, you gotta have money, you gotta have the cool car. Yeah, that's the same as a girl saying you want to fuck guys like putting some tits and ass. But there's more. So, and I think that's why Andrew Tate is not a good, does not really know too much about seduction, truly, because, seduction, and this has been proven by people like Julian and all these pickup guys, you can be like broke as fuck, fat as fuck, ugly as fuck, basically the biggest loser, whatever. If you know how to verbally and just with your energy hit you could say, those points on a woman. Like if you could stimulate her in a certain way with your vibe. Doesn't matter if you're poor, doesn't matter if you're ugly, doesn't matter if your social status is the worst in the world. If you make her feel a certain way, you can make her feel attraction. And that's absolutely true. And so, but what Andrew Tate is also true. But I think Andrew Tate doesn't understand, this other part. And a lot of pickup artists in the community, I think, don't see this other part, the more humane part of who you are as a person. And my mom gave me the best advice. Well, it wasn't advice, but she said, like, find a girl that respects and admires you. That's basically, I think, the core of attraction. And to become somebody that somebody admires, you have to be basically, well, to be the person that somebody admires, you have to become that. You have to be somebody that a woman, finds respectable, admirable. You got your shit together. You're not a piece of shit. You have shit going for you. You're good. Your personality, all these things. Or it's like my friend Wenceslao. I don't give a fuck if he has money or doesn't have money or has fucking no status. I don't even fucking care about soccer. But his personality, just the way he treated people, the way he was, I admire him as a person. So, it's like, that's kind of like what I'm getting to. So, I guess that pretty much wraps it up. I don't know. I kind of have more to say about it, but I think that's gonna be it for this video. And maybe I'll make another part video because it is a interesting topic. Thank you.